Welcome to today's 5-minute Bible study in the Gospel of John. We're still in John chapter 5. Today we're looking at verses 9 through 15. Now, the last couple of sessions we've been examining this healing miracle where Jesus has healed a man who had been paralyzed for 38 years. Remember, he told him, pick up your mat and walk. And the man did. Now, the last part of the healing story has to do with the opposition the healing created. For there were some who were upset that Jesus had healed the man. Why? Because of the day on which he healed him. They were upset with Jesus because he healed a man on a particular day. Let's see what it says. John chapter 5, verses 9 through 15. Now, once the man was healed, this was after Jesus said that word, get up, pick up your mat, walk. At once the man was healed, and he picked up his mat and he walked. The day on which this took place was the Sabbath day. And so the Jewish leaders said to the man who had been healed, it is the Sabbath. The law forbids you to carry your mat. But the man replied, the one who made me well, he said to me, pick up your mat and walk. So they asked him, who is this fellow who told you to pick it up and walk? The man who was healed had no idea who it was, for Jesus had slipped away into the crowd that was there. Later, Jesus found him at the temple and said to him, see, you are well again. Stop sinning, or something worse may happen to you. The man went away and told the Jewish leaders that it was Jesus who had made him well. Isn't this interesting? When they see this man, the Jewish leaders, when they see this man walking, they say, don't do that, because you're carrying your mat as you walk. And that's a violation of the Sabbath. That's work. We said, well, listen, the man who made me well, the man who allowed me to walk, he told me to do this, and so I'm doing it. And notice, they don't ask, well, who is the guy who healed you? They don't focus on the healing. They said, who was it that told you to carry your mat and walk? They're not that concerned with the healing. To them, that's a trivial issue. They are concerned that Jesus told you to carry a mat, and they consider that a violation of the Sabbath. Talk about misplaced priorities. Now, we have to understand that for the Pharisees of that day, they considered healing on the Sabbath to be wrong. They considered it to be work. Now, they would say it this way, listen, if somebody's on the point of death, and by giving them medical treatment, you can save their life, that's okay. But if they're not going to die, if they can wait till tomorrow, you wait till tomorrow to heal them. Because healing is work. And therefore it should not be done on the Sabbath day. And so they're upset with Jesus that he had healed a man who had been paralyzed for 38 years, that he had healed him on the Sabbath day. They've completely got their priorities in the wrong place. One of the things we're going to notice about Jesus is that oftentimes he heals on the Sabbath. It seemed that Jesus thought the Sabbath was a great day to heal, because the Sabbath was given to us by God as a gift that we might be whole. We're given one day of rest in a week so that we might be whole, that we might not wear ourselves out. The Sabbath is for wholeness. And if Jesus could make someone whole on the Sabbath day, all the better. But of course, this created controversy among the Jewish leaders. Their opposition begins to grow. Now, this is the second time in John we've seen them mad, that is, the Jewish leaders mad at Jesus. The first time they got mad at him was when he cleansed the temple. Remember? Who are you to cleanse this temple? He said, but it's supposed to be a house of prayer, not a marketplace. But they were mad at Jesus for cleansing the temple, and they're mad with Jesus for healing on the Sabbath day. He healed on the wrong day. But Jesus is interested in the wholeness of people. That's why he wants the temple to be a place of worship, not a marketplace, that people might worship God and be whole. That's why he heals on the Sabbath, for the Sabbath is all about wholeness. And if I can make someone whole on the Sabbath, I'll do it. So this man was healed on the Sabbath day, which is very, very appropriate according to Jesus. So ends the account of the third miracle, a notable miracle. A man who had been paralyzed for 38 years was healed, and he was healed on the Sabbath day. More and more with every miracle, Jesus is showing who he is, that he's the Messiah, the Son of God, and what his mission is to make people whole by the power of God. Hope you join us tomorrow as we continue our 5-minute Bible study in the Gospel of John.